But how? How did we come to have the Tobago House of Assembly? Understand that the Tobago House of Assembly is actually a very, very old institution, one of the oldest seats of political power in Trinidad and Tobago. It's been around since the 1700s. But of course, when Tobago was joined with Trinidad, the House of Assembly ceased to be. And so how did we get it back, right? Well, today, January 14, 1977, 44 years ago, the representative for Tobago East moved a motion in the House of Representatives for internal self-government for Tobago. He basically argued that Tobago had been underdeveloped and neglected by successive colonial and now the national government. To hear Mr. Robinson tell it, there really were three things that were the basis, or they made the case for Tobago to have its own internal self-government. Number one, chief among them, was the failure of the colonial solution of amalgamating Trinidad and Tobago under the Act of Union 1887. He thought that it just wasn't working, right? At least as it stood. The second failure he saw was the 1956 solution, which was pre-independence, but he basically was saying that whoever they put in charge in Tobago really had no teeth and no power to make any kind of real decisions that could affect the island positively or move Tobago forward. And then, of course, he had to talk about the fact that after the 1976 election, the Ministry of Tobago Affairs was dismantled, meaning that any kind of government institution that was put in Tobago had to be it had to rise above party politics. It had to be able to exist outside of party politics, right? Because we know that once Tobago voted in a particular way, we seemed to have been punished by the dismantling of the Ministry of Tobago Affairs. Another claim that Robbie made was that the government was not being honest about petroleum deposits that were laying just off the shore of Tobago, basically insinuating that Tobago was also bringing a lot to the Union of Trinidad and Tobago, but not seeing the same kind of returns. So what, pray tell, was the result of the moving of this motion? It really went into a 3-year-long battle that ended with Act number 37 of 1980, which is the THA Act. My name is Devon Adana, and if you want more Tobago-friendly content just like this, you know what to do.